Yo, 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 what up, though? Nina and Loretta in the building. How you doing?
What's up?
Hey, man, chilling. I appreciate you sitting down with me. How you doing? So, like, growing up for you in the country, what was it like for young Nina growing up?
I was bad as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. All I did was fight. So, like I told you, I've been rapping since I was 12. So, when I first started rapping, it was me and two of my cousins.
Okay.
I was 12. One was 11. One was, I think Taylor was like 10. So we was like rapping, running the streets like badass little kids. At that age, we was working with a label called Boss Entertainment.
Okay.
And at that time, we was doing shows like every weekend in my hometown, and we was fighting every weekend. I mean, with knives, and we was
at 12, 11, 12.
Yeah, when we first started rapping.
Okay, so let's go a little bit further back before start rapping. So, like, did you grow up like your household? So, like, kind of mogul state of mind. I like to get the biography. I like to get the journey of Nina. You know what I'm saying? So, like, growing up, were you in a household with both parents, single mom? How did you grow up?
So I had a stepdaddy for one.
Okay.
So like when I saw my real daddy, it was outside of my household. So it's like before I started rapping, I moved in with my grandma. So
okay.
I was staying with my grandma and my daddy actually, and I didn't listen. I was disobedient. That's how I started rapping. Like I was in the streets.
What do you feel like led to such disobedience or whatever? Because I noticed you say you living with your dad and your grandmother.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think that's part of the problem. Like my mom and my stepdad, like seeing all the stuff my mama went through.
Okay.
It was like, I don't know. I'm gonna say that traumatized me even to that day with men. Like the stuff I saw my mama go through, that traumatized me with men. Like, really. So,
like, if you don't mind sharing, not forcing you, of course I can't force you, but if you mind sharing, like, so what exactly some of the things that your mom was going through to cause you to go with your pop?
I mean, she was married for one. Like, I don't want to put her business out, but she don't mind. Like, my stepdad used to beat on her, cheat on her. You know, I used to witness. I used to see this with my own eyes.
Gotcha.
So like, I used to just be looking at him like mad as hell, want to do something, watching him beat my mama. So it was like I never go through that.
Got you. Yeah. No, that's real. So then you end up moving with your pops and your grandmother on that side. Yeah. But over there you were rebellious. Do you feel like a lot of that was the anger that you felt like you couldn't take out on your stepdad that you kind of had bottled up?
Yeah.
That's real. So like growing up with your pops and your grandmother, and so we go forward 11, 12, hip hop became your thing. Like what drew you to rap? Like what made you decide to jump off into that?
I remember writing my first song when I was like 9. I was on the school bus. I was staying in New Orleans.
Okay.
And I was going to this school called McDonald 32. And I was on the bus on the way to school. I kind of remember the rap. It was like, I'm shaped like a model. I think a Coke bottle, fuck Sprite, my rhymes height, and my beat is so tight. Like some shit like that. Like I was on the bus rapping that shit. And I mean, everybody was fucking with me. Like it's crazy because the same people that I used to rap to back then, they be hitting me up to this day. Like I knew you was gonna make it. I knew you was gonna be a rapper.
That's wild.
Like that. That's crazy. Yeah.
That's wild. So at that time, what was your rap name at that time?
Look, I wanted to be so many people. I wanted to be Gangsta Boo so bad. Like I really got Nina Loretta from like when I was working with the Boss Entertainment.
Okay.
So I came up with that name from the gun, Nina Beretta.
Gotcha.
And I just changed to Nina Loretta.
Okay. No doubt. So here you are, 11 and 12. So you fighting a lot.
Yeah.
But how did you? By
the time I was 15, it was like out of control. Me and my cousins was out of control. My mama sent me to boot camp in Minden. Yeah.
Okay. So like, what was the breaking, like the straw that broke the camel back that sends you to boot camp in Minden?
Like I said, I was fighting. Me and my cousins was fighting every weekend. It got so bad to the point we couldn't even go nowhere without carrying weapons.
Oh, wow.
We little girls, 15, we little girls full of knives and everything. It got to the point we know we gotta fight. When we leave the house, we know we gotta fight.
Gotcha.
So it's like that was always on our mind at that time. So it's like I feel like my mama sending me to boot camp was like the best thing for me.
So did you ever go to juvenile? Did you ever get locked up? So y'all was fighting, but it never got to the point where it got legal.
I think once I went to that boot camp, I'm not gonna lie, I came out like so much better. I'm not even gonna cap.
Okay, so tell me, how do they break the news you're going to boot camp?
So she kind of tricked me at first. Cause I actually got expelled from high school. I got expelled, kicked out of high school.
Okay.
Because first of all, I was bad as hell, and I was skipping school. Like I go to school, go to my first, second period, and then just walk off campus. Won't even say I'm leaving, and I'm gone. So I got expelled from school. So my mom was like, "Shit, I'm sending you somewhere so you can get your GED." I'm thinking I'm just going off to some school to get my GED.
Gotcha.
I swear to God. She dropped me off. I'm all happy. I give my mama a hug and everything. You know, they trick you when you first get there. So I'm sitting there all comfortable and everything on the bleachers. All I know, they was like, everybody get down. They all in my face screaming shit. And then the woman see my nails on my hand. She said, I'm about to tell them bitches off, get down, you know, do these exercises. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? So I'm calling my mom. I'm crying. Like, mama, please, 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 mom, come get me, come get me. She's like, no. So I had to stay that whole 6 months.
So you was there 6 months. So did it eventually get easier? How did you?
Yeah, I eventually started liking it. It's like I told you, I grew up in the streets. I was in the streets, so it's like the girls that I really got close to. A lot of girls that they're like sisters and shit, some shit.
Gotcha.
Still to this day, I fuck with them.
So definition, because a lot of people throw that term out there, in the streets. What does that really mean?
Not in the streets as far as I'm in the streets thugging like that. I mean,
but you're out there fighting. You get in.
Not even fighting. In the streets mean I'm a little girl. I'm coming home when I want to come home, doing what I want to do. That's what I mean in the streets. I'm not saying in the streets thugging. I mean, I'm getting it how I live.
Gotcha.
That type shit. Because I wasn't a good child. I didn't listen to none of that.
So the craziest thing while you was out there in the streets coming, well, before I say that, did you ever feel man, how they let me just come in whenever I want to? Did you ever look at it
I used to get in trouble, but I didn't give a fuck.
Gotcha.
Yeah.